Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Casa D18 Studios channel. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. And it's time, once again, to step into the war zone. That's right, it's time for another edition of the weekly acquisition report, the War Zone, where I show you, the viewers, the newest additions to my ever growing movie library. This time we went back to the well. Dollar Tree got a new batch of movies in, DVD and Blu-rays. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the latest DVDs that I've picked up from Dollar Tree. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the War Zone. As I said in the introduction, it's time for another installment of the weekly acquisition report, where I show you, the viewers, the latest additions to my movie library. Dollar Tree got another batch of movies in recently, although it doesn't seem like it was that recently because at the registers, they're ringing up as they're supposed to be the July wave. They just hit shelves here the last week or so, though. So, how long have they been holding these in the back? Who knows? But let's take a look at the latest stack of DVDs that I got here from Dollar Tree. Now, let's just get this out here. I've never seen any of these. None of these movies I'm going to show you I've seen. However, I grabbed them because there was something about them, whether it's the way they looked, or more than likely the actors, actresses involved in the movie, that just intrigued me, made me say, I will probably enjoy this. The first thing I'm going to show you, none of that is true for, though. It is just Speed Racer. The best of Speed Racer, the races. I grew up on Speed Racer, so I've probably seen some of these in the past. It's been years since I've really watched Speed Racer, though. But a best of DVD of his races for $1.25, I had to. Next one I'm going to show you is one called Critical Thinking, starring John Leguizamo. It looks like it's a chess movie. It's based on a true story. 1998 Miami, and rampant poverty, broken families, and a prejudiced system push underprivileged youth to the fringes of society. But for a magnetic group of teens, there's a reprieve. A game where it's not about where you came from, but how you play. The game of chess. As they fight their way to the National Chess Championship, their dedicated teacher shows them the power of critical thinking that can save not only their kings, but also their lives. So this sounds like a pretty good drama movie. Chess, John Leguizamo. The hell, sounded like it was worth a try. Richard Gere in Red Corner. This is an MGM movie release. A lot of MGM movies have been popping up at Dollar Tree in recent waves. Hadn't seen this yet. I do enjoy Richard Gere. What the hell? Looks like a cool little action flick. Also an MGM release. Christian Bale and Steve Zahn in Rescue Dawn. An electrifying action adventure that clamps your nerves with jaws of steel. Okay, that's a pretty cool little review. It's got me hooked. It's got my attention. You know, like I said, Christian Bale, you got Batman, Steve Zahn, pretty comedic. You've got Some Kind of Hate. And this looks like some kind of slasher horror movie. The reason I picked this up, Spencer Breslin, Curtis from the Santa Claus trilogy, Santa Claus 2 and 3 respectively, because he wasn't in part 1, is in this film. That was the name that caught my attention. I was like, okay, so you're going from Curtis and the Santa Claus to being in this horror film. I'm going to check this out, homie. We've got Switched with Denise Richards and John Schneider. I've heard that this is kind of like a Christian version of Mean Girls. If that's the case, I'll probably find it hilarious. I enjoy Mean Girls. You guys saw me talk about it this month. If you didn't, I'll link it up here. You also know I like when religion is brought into movies. Best example of that is Dogma, which I'll link my review for that up here as well. So if this is a Christian version of Mean Girls, I might just be cracking up a little bit more at this than I should. I got The Locusts, another MGM release. Vince Vaughn, Ashley Judd, Kate Capshaw, Paul Rudd. Okay, I'm seeing all these people show up in this movie. It looks like it's probably a very early role for Paul Rudd, based off of the artwork and everything here. Ashley Judd. This looks like it's probably a mid '90s movie. Willing to give it a shot. Rumpelstiltskin, another MGM release. Now, I picked this one up just because of my love of Rumpel from Once Upon a Time. The mischievous troll, Billy Barty, plays Rumpel in this. I'm not expecting much, and I'm definitely not expecting a Once Upon a Time-esque Rumpel, but all magic does come with a price. $1.25 was the price for this one. I'm curious to see Billy Barty as Rumpelstiltskin. Pieces of April, another MGM film. Katie Holmes, Derek Luke, Sean Hayes, Oliver Platt, Patricia Clarkson. Star-studded cast. Never heard of this before, but again, at the price, how can you go wrong? It's cheaper than a movie in theaters. It's cheaper than a rental on a streaming service. It's cheaper than Redbox. It's cheaper than when you had to pay at Blockbuster, Warehouse, etc. back in the days. Hollywood Video. May as well go for it. $1.25. If it sucks, you donate it to Goodwill. I got a movie called Code 8, which I got because of Stephen Amell from Arrow. It also has Robbie Amell, who I'm assuming is his brother. I don't know much about Robbie. But, this looks like some kind of cool little sci-fi thriller. Down to give that a try. Another MGM release, Shadows and Fog. You've got Woody Allen, Kathy Bates, John Cusack, Mia Farrow, Jodie Foster, Fred Gwynne, Herman Munster. You've got Madonna, John Malkovich. You've got Donald Pleasance and Lily Tomlin. Stacked cast for this Woody Allen film. Figured what the hell. Again, $1.25. Why not? And if I do movies with musicians or something, there's Madonna in it. Not like I don't have other movies for her to do. You've got, like I said, Donald Pleasance, Jodie Foster, John Cusack. I could probably put together a month for down the road. So many names to pull from. Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, in his feature film. I've seen some Steve Irwin stuff back in the day when he was doing his shtick as the crocodile hunter before his untimely death. I'm curious to see this fictionalized, like, slapstick comedy version of his stuff. I'm assuming it's going to be very Crocodile Dundee in nature, but with Steve Irwin being Steve Irwin. It should be fun, though. It should be fun to go back and revisit that. I got a film called A Matador's Mistress. It stars Adrian Brody and Penelope Cruz. Again, it's a biopic. Adrian Brody is the legendary matador Manolete, and Penelope Cruz is his girlfriend, Lupe Sino. I hope I pronounced those right. If I didn't, I apologize. But A Matador's Mistress looked like a cool little movie. Adrian Brody, Penelope Cruz, as I said. I'm trying to put together a bunch of biopics to do down the road. And if this is a story of his life, bam, perfect. It says he defied death like a god, but he succumbed to love like a man. Last MGM release that I have is one called Bad Influence with Rob Lowe and James Spader. Should be worth a good look. I do enjoy Rob Lowe. I enjoy James Spader. So this should be quite a fun trip. Looks like it's a little suspense thriller. And the last DVD I got today, Ron Perlman, William Forsythe, Run with the Hunted. Again, I don't know much about this one, but I do enjoy Ron Perlman. I thought his Hellboy movies were pretty good, at least the original. Part two, William Forsythe, we've talked about recently here. He was Flat Top in Dick Tracy, which I'll link up here if you missed that review. He was also in The Substitute, along with Tom Berenger, which we covered this month, back to school month, when we did the week of urban movies. It was Substitute, Stand and Deliver, and Dangerous Minds. I'll link my review for The Substitute up here if you missed that. William Forsythe was in both of those movies. So I do enjoy him in certain roles, certain movies. It'll be good to see him in this and see him alongside Ron Perlman, see how it goes. What do you guys think of my haul today? Let me know if you're watching the premiere. Leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let me know what you think of these movies. Let me know which of these movies you'd like to see me cover first. Have you seen Bad Influence? Have you seen A Matador's Mistress? What about Shadows and Fog? Code 8. Have you seen the Billy Barty version of Rumpelstiltskin? Or The Locusts with Paul Rudd? Let me know what you think of these movies down below without giving me spoilers. That's the key. Don't want to make it to where I don't want to watch it. But let me know what you guys think of these movies. Let me know if you've seen any of them in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And we begin to close out our final week here of Back to School Month. And we're going to college. We're going to be taking a look at National Lampoon's Animal House, starring John Belushi and a slew of others. It's going to be a whole National Lampoon College week. We've got Dorm Days and Dorm Days 2 coming on Wednesday and Friday, respectively. But we're going to kick things off with the 70s classic Animal House. You're not going to want to miss out on that right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, right here on an all-new installment of Renegades Reviews, National Lampoon's Animal House. To all my fans and viewers out there, thank you so much for joining me and tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on so you get alerted anytime a video drops here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Open Mic Night and the watch-alongs. Share this video with your family, friends, loved ones, co-workers, anybody that likes movie hunting videos, anybody who might be fans of any of these movies. Share this with them. It's the only way we're going to boost up my visibility so I can get monetized, make it to where I need to get to by the end of the year. Thank you once again for everyone who tuned in and joined me today. It means more to me than you'll ever know, and I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time.